Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to Sunya IAS. Now today this is our day 9th of our daily practice program. We have been solving a good number of questions based on PYQs in this series. Today we will be taking up Venn diagrams, syllogisms, codes and series. Now these are those topics jahan se regularly the questions are being asked. If I just give you some numbers, combining these two topics, codes and series, almost every year 3 questions are there, and Venn diagrams around 1 question, syllogisms in 2023-22 there were questions, 24 में शायद नहीं था syllogism से questions. But if you see, around 4 questions from these 4 topics, and these are really simple topics, especially these 3 topics are really simple. So you'll be focusing on that, and today's syllabus will constitute around 4 questions in your CSAT 2025 paper as well. Chalo, let's start. First we'll start with Venn diagrams. I'll be giving you around 2 minutes for this question. Let's start. Good afternoon everyone. Online people, I need answers. Yes, Reena, correct answer. Time's up. चलो, I'll be solving it here. In the meantime, जिससे नहीं हुआ है बाकी भी solve करते जाओ. So in a trial run done with 100 people, see, first thing should be identify, is it a question based on 3 set or on 2 sets. Now here I can see there are some people liking Dove, some people liking Peers, and some people disliked both of them. So this clearly looks a Venn diagram in 2 sets. So for any 2 set wala Venn diagram, start always with this figure. Now there are total 100 people, write total here. 50 people liked Dove. Now one common mistake I have been pointing this out in the classes, if there are 50 people liking Dove, don't write 50 inside. 50, this complete circle represents 50 and not just this area. So 50 people that like Dove should be written outside. 70 liked Peers, so 70 should not be written inside, it should be written here outside. 70 people liked Peers. 5 people disliked both. 5 people disliked both. Where should I write it? It should be here, disliking both. Now we need to find out exactly one of the 2 soaps किसने को पसंद है and at least disliked at least one of the 2 soaps. Basically we need to solve this Venn diagram. Now this is the most common question that UPSC is asking. Based on similar concept in 2019, around 5 questions were there, and in almost all of them you needed to start with this. So always assume this as x and accordingly write other values. So this becomes 50 minus x, this becomes 70 minus x. Sum of all these four entities will give me the total number of people. If I take sum of all these, 50 minus x plus x, you will get 50 here, plus 70 minus x. Don't be confused with this 50. I have clubbed these two, 50 minus x plus 70 minus x plus 5 is giving us 100. This is sum of all the entities there is equal to 100, that is total. Now यहाँ से I am getting 120 plus 5, 125 minus x is 100, or I am getting x is equal to 25. If we know the value of x, we have solved the Venn diagram. So this is 25. If this is 25, 50 minus x becomes 25, 70 minus x becomes 45. So these are the values that we know right now. Now we need to find out how many people liked exactly one of the two soaps. Exactly one of the two. Can I say they are asking this portion plus this portion? See, you need to identify ki kya hai. This is exactly one of the two soaps. This means both the soaps. This means neither of the two. So exactly one would be this 25 plus this 45. So exactly one of the two soaps would be 25 plus 45. It will give you 70. So statement 1 is correct here. Second, 75 people disliked at least one of the two soaps. Now we have been discussing this, that how to calculate at least one. At least one may normally, see, you can count as well, but always a better approach is to go by this. Whenever you have at least one is total minus none. अब यहाँ पर they are saying disliked at least one of the two soaps, so I will write total minus disliked none of the soaps. Disliked none of the soaps, this means liked both soaps. Disliked none, that means liked both the soaps. So I can directly say total is 100 minus disliked none, that is equal to liked both. Liked both is 25, which is 75. You can go by this approach as well, or else if you want to count directly, you can see that disliked at least one. So we can have this 25, this 25 disliked pears, this 45 disliked dove, because they are liking pears, they are liking only pears, so I can say that they are disliking dove. So you can go by this 25 plus this 45 plus this 5 as well. Why this 5? This 5 are disliking both the soaps. So here also you will get total as 75. So either you can count these three values individually, or what you can do is, you already know the total, you can subtract all those numbers that are liking both the soaps. The total minus liking both, that means disliking at least one. So again this becomes correct. You are getting C as the correct answer here. Fine. Let's go to the next question. चलो टाइम्स अप। हाँ जी, ऑनलाइन पीपल आंसर्स। आई गेस यू आर नॉट गिविंग मी द आंसर्स वेरी प्रॉम्प्टली, या तो आपको बहुत टाइम लग रहा है या आपसे सॉल्व नहीं हो रहा। चलो एनीवेज, आई विल डू दिस अ बिट डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चन. I won't say very difficult, but based on similar logic only. In a survey, 45% of people like tea, 30% liked both tea and coffee, and 5% liked neither. Again, I can see that we are talking about two sets. So start with two sets here, tea and coffee, and it is given that 45%. So I'm writing this 45% here liked tea. This is total. If I am talking about in percentage terms, total will always be 100% if we are talking in percentage terms. Now see, 30% liked both tea and coffee, so this is 30%. 5% liked neither, so this we know this is 5%. Also 90 people liked coffee. Now don't be confused, यहाँ पर the data is given in percentage form and यहाँ पर the data is given in number form. 90 people liked only coffee, so this is given in number form. But what we know is we already have so much of the data. यहाँ पर if this is 45, this is 30, so this becomes equal to 15%. If this is 15 and 30, this is 5. Sum of all these should be equal to 100. So if I take sum of all these, this is 45 plus 5, 50. So 50 plus whatever number it should be here should be equal to 100. So if you see, this combined is 100, so this has to be 50%. Basically for 15 plus 30% plus only coffee, only C plus 5%. This should be equal to 100. If this is equal to 100%, then only coffee you will get to be 50%. Now we already know that this particular data that is given to us as this represents 90 people. So this represents 90 people. They are asking us total number of people is. So if 50% is equal to 90 people, then 100% is equal to, you can directly say without any calculation that if 50% constitutes 90 people, then 100% will constitute 180 people. इसमें I don't think कि any calculation की ज़रूरत है. Directly you can see 50% is 90 people, so 100% is 180 people. This is incorrect. It should be 180. Now second is there are 117 people who like exactly one of the two beverages. Exactly one of the two beverage. Exactly one of the two. Can I say this equals 15% plus 50%? So 15% plus 50% of total. Total is 180. 15 plus 50 is 65% of 180. This should be our answer. So if you see 65% would mean cancel, will get 117 people. The total 117 people liked exactly one of the two beverage. This statement 2 becomes correct. You will get 2 only as the answer here. Don't be confused. Half of the data was in percentage format, half of the data was in number format. Exam में भी ऐसा हो सकता है. You need to know how to interchange between percentage and numbers here. Fine. Let's see the next one. Try this one. Based on similar concept of pass and fail, last year a question was there. time's up. Let's discuss now. Now in a class of 150 students, 50 students passed in maths, 40 failed only in chemistry and 20 students failed in both subjects. अब see यहाँ पर data is given partly in passed वाला and partly in failed वाला. Try to convert everything into same format. Either convert everything into pass or convert everything into fail. Else you will be confused. अब यहाँ पर where to convert? See, both failed in both is given for failed वाला चीज. So let's convert everything to failed. Now total you have 150 students, out of which 50 passed in maths. Now I am converting everything to failed. If I am converting everything to failed wala format, if 50 passed out of 150, 50 students passed in maths, can I say failed in maths should be equal to remaining, that is 150 minus 50. That means 100 students failed in maths. Same way failed only in chemistry. Only chemistry. You need to be careful that this is only. This is not total chemistry. This is only in chemistry. This is equal to 40 directly given to us. And failed in both. Failed in both is 20 students. This is given to us. Let's make the Venn diagram of failed students. So this, let's say, represents Venn diagram of students who failed. Total is 150 students. Maths, you have 100 students failed in mathematics. 40 only chemistry. So if this is chemistry, only chemistry represents this region. So now I'll write 40 inside this. So 40 only chemistry. Both is 20. If this complete is 100, this is 20, this becomes 80. Now sum of all these plus this, neither wala cheese, should be equal to 150. 80 plus 20, 100. 100 plus 40, 140. So it should be 10 in order to make sum of all these equal to 150. So this represents 10 people here. Now they are asking us 10 students passed in both the subjects. Now if this is the Venn diagram representing number of failed students, can I say this is the students failed only in maths, this is students failed in both the subjects, this is students failed in only chemistry, this is the students failed in neither of the two subjects. So if this represents neither wala region, can I say this is the region where students passed in both subjects? So 10 students passed in both the subjects is correct. Now 130 students passed exactly in one subject. So can I say passed exactly in one subject is equal to failed exactly in one subject? So if a student passed exactly in one subject, can I say the same student failed exactly in one subject? Because there are two subjects. So if a student passed in maths, he failed in chemistry. If he passed in chemistry, he failed in maths. So can I say both the things will give me same answer, that passed exactly in one should be equal to failed exactly in the other subject? So can I say exactly one wala region is this region plus this region? It should give me 80 plus 40. Now you might read 80 as failed in maths, failed only in maths. Can I say this also can be interpreted as passed only in chemistry, and this can be interpreted as passed only in maths. This 40 failed only in chemistry, so if they failed only in chemistry, they passed only in maths. तो आप इसको उल्टी तरह से भी you can interpret. So total should be equal to 80 plus 40, that is 120, and this says 130, so it should be incorrect. Now it says students, 140 students failed in at least one of the subjects. Again, jahan at least one is there, so wherever you are getting this term at least one, always think of total minus none. So they are saying at least one, I will go with total minus none. Failed in at least one, so I will say total minus failed in none. So failed in no subject, failed in none of the subjects. Can I say this is passed in both? Passed in both जो हमने निकाला था पहले वाले में 10, या failed in none आप यहाँ से भी देख सकते हो. These are the students who failed in none. So it will be 150 minus 10, that is 140. 140 is the right thing here. You have first and third question correct. Fine. So let's move to the next question. This is the question that is based similar to 2023 pattern. Try this one. Online people answers. I guess this is a bit tricky. I'll give you 1 more minute to solve this. Then we'll discuss this question. I'll give you a minute more. Try to solve this in a minute now. Then we'll discuss. Now see, these are those kinds of questions जहाँ पर आप अगर एग्जाम में फंस गए तो you might end up wasting a lot of your time. So try not to get stuck in this. अगर एक बार में click कर रहा है, if you are able to click this question in a minute, then proceed with it, else move to the next question. सारे questions equal उसके हैं, so don't be stuck in any one of the question. But let's solve it here now. In a class 120 students play cricket, 90 students play football, and 25 students play both cricket and football. Fine. So I have 120 students playing cricket, 90 students playing football, and 25 students playing both. This is cricket 120, football is 90. Until now this much is given. No one playing hockey plays cricket. Now what I can do is, I have another set here of students playing hockey. I can draw it here separately. This is one thing that I can do. Or what else I can do is, I can make this problem a 3-set wala problem. I am drawing a short diagram here. Let's say this is cricket, this is football, this is hockey, and if it is saying no one playing hockey plays cricket, that means this intersection between cricket and hockey should be 0. So either you can make hockey and cricket completely separate, or you can club them into a 3-set wala cheese and mark this as 0, and remaining would be 120 and 90 here, and both this should be equal to 25. So that information can be represented this way as well. You do not need to make both of this. You can carry on with either of them. या तो वो कर लो या ये कर लो. You will be able to reach to the answer. Let's go forward with this right now. Also, it is given that each person plays at least one sport. Each person plays at least one sport means there is no one outside of this circle. So whatever values that we'll write here represents total number of people that is given to us. This is what is given in the question. Now the question says how many students are there in the class. Basically they are asking us what is the total number of students in class, and two statements are given to us. We need to use them and answer. Let's use them one by one. Now statement 1 says the ratio of number of students in class to the number of students who play only hockey is 6:1. The number of students in class and to the number of students who play only hockey is 6:1. So only hockey is this region. Let's say I assume it to be X. That means if this is X, then total students become 6X. Total students will be 6X. I will represent this information that I am writing from statement 1 with blue color, so that we are aware of what information is in the statement 1. The statement 1 is if this is X, then this becomes 6X. This is given to us. Now can we use this information to find out total number of students in class? I am just using statement 1 right now. So if I want to solve this, this is 120, this is 25, so this becomes equal to 95. This was given originally in the question. Ab I have these two left. I don't have any value यहाँ पर. This is 90 that I know. So let's assume this to be y. If this is y, this is 25, this is 90, then this leftover portion becomes 90 minus 25 minus y. So 90 minus 25 is 65. 65 minus y becomes this region. Now we know sum of all these values should be equal to 6x. If I take sum of all these values, I will get 95 plus 25 is 120. 120 plus I have 65 minus y plus y. This can I say combined is equal to 65 plus x is equal to, this is 0 only, is equal to 6x. So can I say I got a simple equation, a linear equation in x. If I have this, I will get 185 is equal to 5x. From here I can get x is equal to 37. If I know the value of x, I know this also I know this, that if x is 37, then this becomes equal to 6 into 37. That means using statement 1 alone, I can say how many students are there in the class, how many total students are there in the class. So just statement 1 is sufficient to answer this question. I can have this. Can statement 2 is also used? Can we use this statement alone to answer this? Let's try. Now I will erase all this information that we used from statement 1 and let's try using statement 2 alone. You can pause and write if you have not written it. I'm erasing all the things that we have used from statement 1 alone. This thing was given originally in the question, this much was given. Now statement 2 alone says number of students who play exactly 2 games is 40. Now exactly 2 games would be this and this game. Now this plus this is 40. So can I say if this is 25, this has to be 15. So statement 2 gives me this information that this is 15. Now if this is given, 25 plus 15 is 40, total is 90, so this has to be 50. If all of this is 50, let's assume this to be x. Now if I want to write total, the total here becomes 120, 95 plus 25 है ना, plus 50 plus 20 plus 15 plus x. Now this becomes total. Now can you see I don't have any equation to solve this. This is equal to what? This is equal to total, but total ही तो निकालना है. We don't know total. So if there is a variable x, I cannot necessarily answer just by using statement 2. So statement 2 से नहीं पता लगेगा. statement 1 से I was able to solve. Now how to do such questions orally as well? Orally I won't say, but how to do it in a very less amount of time. See, normally this is a data that is given to you, but statement 1 provides you an equation. अभी जो बनाई थी हमने equation, that this is equal to 6x. So statement 1 was giving you an equation, statement 2 is giving you just a data. So data is not able to solve the variable that we got in the equation 1. तो इक्वेशन से हम सॉल्व कर लेंगे, डेटा से वी आर नॉट एबल टू सॉल्व इट डायरेक्टली. ऐसे भी सोचा जा सकता था. तो only statement 1 is sufficient to answer, but other statement alone is not sufficient. Answer becomes A here. Let's move to the next question. Now we have a question on syllogisms. It won't require this much amount of time, but try to do it quickly. रितेश, A is the wrong answer. चेक करो एक बार. Yes, chalo, many people are able to get the right answer. Let's discuss it directly, not waste any time here. So statements are given: all rats are dogs and no dog is a cat. So how we used to draw? All rats, let's say this represents rats, all the rats are dogs, rats and dogs, and no dog is a cat, none of these dog is a cat. This is given to us. First thing is make a general possibility. Second thing is convert everything into numbers. So if I convert everything, R is 1, dog is 1 2, cat is 3. Negation is given between 1 2 and 3, so region 1 2 cannot overlap with region 3. This is what is given to us in the question. Now it says all dogs are rats, all the dogs are rat. Can you see this region 2? Dogs in region 2 are not rats, so I cannot conclusively say this. Second, some cats are rats, some of the cats are rats. Clearly 1 and 3 cannot overlap, that means cats cannot be rats here. Statement 3 says no rat is a cat, none of these rat can become a cat. We already know that 1 cannot overlap with 3. There is a negation given, that means no rat can become a cat. That means this is correct, only 3 follows. Fine. So let's see the next one. Syllogism is fairly simple, so try not to mess up the questions of syllogism. Agar aa jaye to you will be lucky if you get syllogisms question in paper. Chalo, time's up. Let's discuss now. Some apples. The answers, you're giving mixed answers for this, and most of you I feel is incorrect. Chalo, we'll discuss. Some apples are mangoes, all mangoes are oranges, and no mangoes are grapes. Some apples are mangoes, apples and mangoes. All mangoes are oranges, all these mangoes are oranges, and no mangoes are grapes. So no mangoes are grapes. This is what is given. They cannot overlap. Convert everything. See, first is drawing a general possibility, then convert everything into numbers. So apples becomes 1 2, mangoes is this, all mangoes are oranges, so oranges here becomes 2 3 4, and grapes become 5. Negation is given between no mangoes are grapes, so this mangoes 2 3 cannot overlap with 5. This is what is given to us in question. This is the information that the question is. Now let's go to the conclusion. Some apples are not grapes. Some of the apples are not grapes. Apples is 1 2, they are not grapes. Can I say this apples lying in region 2, they cannot be grapes? Because there is a negation between 2 3 and 5. Region 2 3 cannot overlap with region 5. Apples in region 2 cannot overlap with grapes there. So this becomes correct here. Some apples are not grapes. Second says some grapes are not apples. Now this is the point where most of you will be confused and are giving the wrong answer. Some grapes are not apples. It is correct that 5 cannot overlap with 2. Apples represents 1 and 2 both. Apples does not represent only 2. So I am saying that this region 5 cannot overlap with region 2, but this region 5 can completely overlap with region 1. So I can have some other possibility where this region becomes grapes, not overlapping with mangoes, yet fulfilling all other conditions. So there can be a possibility when region 5 can completely overlap with grapes. So if this happens, then some grapes are not apples becomes incorrect, but in the yellow possibility it becomes correct. So in such cases we cannot conclusively say, we won't assume this to be correct, because we cannot conclusively say whether grapes are not apples is correct or not. It can overlap with region 1 even though it cannot overlap with region 2. Okay. Some oranges are not grapes. Some of the oranges here are not grapes. Clearly I can see oranges is 2 and 3. This 2 and 3 cannot be grapes. 2 and 3 cannot be grapes, so some of the oranges cannot be grapes. This is correct here. Your answer is 1 and 3 only follows. We have solved many similar questions in classes as well, so try to be careful when such a statement is given. This is always confusing, statement 2, so always be careful for this. So let's go to next question, a bit easier part now. Won't be giving much time for this, so let's say 1.5 minutes for this type of question. Solve it. चलो लेट्स डिस्कस. आई होप आंसर्स आए हैं सबके. यस आकांक्षा, करेक्ट आंसर. Now the question says in a certain code language, if the word ground is coded as, so you have GROND. So we have learned that whenever you have such a code, try to go with the alphabetic orders, the alphabetic numbers of these, and it is being coded like this: HRQSX. Now G is 7th alphabet, H is 8th alphabet. So can I say this is +1 coding here par? R is 18th alphabet, P is 16th alphabet, this is -2. O is 15th alphabet, R is 18th alphabet, 15 to 18 is +3. Next U is 21st, Q is 17th. So from 21st to 17th, this is -4. So can you see the pattern? This is +1, -2, +3, -4. Going by the same pattern, it should be +5 and it should be -6. Now try to apply this pattern in the word that is given to you. Then what is coded as nourish? So you need to find that which of these words is coded as nourish. ध्यान रखना, you have to go back from nourish. NORISH. What is coded as nourish? Most of you might end up getting code for nourish. आपको ये निकालना है कि nourish किसका code है. You have to go back from here. If you are going back from here, apply the same thing. -1. So this has to be code +5, -6, +7. Write the alphabetic orders. This is 14, 15, 21, 18, 9, 19 and 8. Now go by the same logic. What number +1 gives you 14? It should be 13 here. If it should be 13, it should be M here. If you just see this, you will eliminate these two. Next, what number -2 gives you 15? It should again be 17. Now 17 -2 is 15, 17 is Q. So M, Q, R is common, so third has to be R. See, after this you can go by options as well. So MQR is common, just check the fourth one and you will get the answer. Fourth one is what number -4 gives you 18? This should be 22. 22 -4, 22 is V. This second should be the correct answer. I know what mistake most of you did in the online chat as well. You started coding for nourish, but ये तो पूछा ही नहीं था. They asked what number या what alphabet was coded as nourish. Please इसका ध्यान रखना. If you start coding for this, you might end up getting option A as the answer, and this is the mistake that almost all of you did in the chat. तो ये नहीं पूछा है, ये पूछा है that then what is coded as nourish. So nourish is a code. What is coded as nourish? You need to find that. Fine. So this was a trap that I set up for you. इस चीज का ध्यान रखना, भूल जाओगे एग्जाम में, गलती करोगे एंड ऑप्शन ए ही दिया है, जल्दी से गलती करके आगे भी बढ़ जाओगे. चलो लेट्स सी द नेक्स्ट वन. अगेन यू डोंट नीड मच टाइम फॉर इट. आई विल गिव यू 1.5 minute only. चलो enough of time for this, let's discuss now. हाँ जी, रितेश check your answer again. आतेश ठीक है आपका. चलो, in a certain code language infer is written like this and jersey is written like this. We need to find out code for choice. So infer, INFER, is coded like 25. Now see, again it should click to you that let's write their alphabetic numbers यहाँ पर. So I is 9, this is 14, F is 6, E is 5, R is 18. So if you take sum of all these, what you're getting, see, this is 20, 29, 29 plus 5, 34 plus 18, 52. So 52 is coded as 25. Chalo, fine. Let's check for jersey as well. So jersey is coded JERSEY. It is coded as 28. If I write J is 10 plus 5, 15 plus 18, 33 plus 19, 52 plus 5 plus Y is 25. So 52 plus 30, you get 82 here. So 82 is coded as 28. So if you can see the pattern, what I'm writing, I'm just reversing the digits. 52 ko I reversed and wrote 25. 82 ko I reversed and wrote 28. So this is reversed and written as 52. This is also reversed and written as 28. So what I'll do is I will take sum of all of these, CHOICE, and just flip it. So C is 3, H is 8, O is 15. So 11 plus this 26 plus this is 9. So 35. 35 plus 3, 38 plus E is 5. So 38 plus 5 is 43. So this sum is equal to 43. I will flip it and write the code as 34. So your answer is 34. Although 43 was given to us here, but this was a trap as well. The correct answer should be 34 because we are flipping the digits that we are obtaining. So answer becomes 34, not 43. Fine, let's move to the next one. Now based on similar logic we did in class as well, try to solve it. Won't take you more than a minute to decode this as well. Jaldi se karo. If you are liking the traps that are being set up by us in the question, either like it or at least comment it so that we know that you're liking the traps as well. So enough time for this question. It should not take this long. Let's discuss it. If the word governor is coded as, now first thing to observe here is what is the length of the word that is given to you and what is the length of the code. If it is same, if the length of the word and the length of the code is same, that means one alphabet should correspond to just one letter, yeah, one digit here. So GOVERNOR. This is what is given to us, the code directly, and they are asking the code for deodorant. Now if you closely observe, this code should be made from the alphabetic order of these numbers. If I write this is 7, this is 15, this is 22, this is 5, this is 18, and so on. Now I want to code for it. So 7 is directly written 7 like this. So 7 is directly written here, but 15 is written as 6, 22 is written as 4. So what I can see is 15 can be written 1 plus 5 as 6. It can be written 2 plus 2 as 4. It can be written 1 plus 8 as 9. Applying the same logic, we can find out code for deodorant as well. So code should be, now see, be smart here. You have these four digits common, so directly jump to fifth. Fifth is also common, so jump, sorry, fourth is also common, jump to fifth one. Fifth is O. Now O should be written as 1 5. O is 15. That means it should be written as 1 plus 5, that is 6. So your fifth should be 6. Code for fifth of the letter should be 6, which is here, here, and here. Let's check the last one first. Last is this 20. 20 should be 2 plus 0, that is 2 should be code. Last should be 2, again gone. Check for this. Now we have only 2 alphabets here left. Let's check for third last. Third last is different. Third last would be A. A should be coded as 1. That means my answer here becomes 4. But sabka alphabet you need to see. If alphabet is a single digit, the alphabetic order is single digit, you can directly write it like this. If alphabetic order is a 2-digit number, then you just need to add both the digits. Fine. So let's go to the next question. It is based on series. Check your answers, online people. Well, I think in the previous question there was some issue. This fourth fourth alphabet is D, so it should be coded as 4. So this 5 in this place should be 4 सब में. वो गलती से शायद 5 लिख दिया है. It should be 4 all the way here. Still the answer will remain 4th only. चलो let's see. Now यहाँ पर we need to find what term is this. Always look at how the terms are changing. From 2 we are going to 7, from 7 we are going to 23, from 23 we are going to 72, and we need to find from 72 what term will be this. Now some operations might be done on these numbers in order to reach here, but these operations should be in some pattern and we need to apply this pattern consistently. From 2 to 7 I can do either into 2 or into 3 or into 4, and I can add something. From here it is directly clear that if I am going from an even number to an odd number, I cannot directly go by just multiplication. I will have to add something. Same way if I am going from an odd number to an even number, यहाँ भी कुछ न कुछ हो सकता है. So let's see. From 2 to 7 it can be plus 2 plus like it can be into 2 plus 3, or it can be into 4 minus 1, or it can be into 3 plus 1. It can be anything. So I cannot directly take a guess at what operation is done on 2 to get 7. So let's jump to a bit of higher number so that we can have some idea. From 7 I need to go somewhere near 23. यहाँ से you can click that 7 3s is 21. Now in this I can add 2 to reach this. That means it is a multiple of 3. From 23, if I need to go somewhere near 72, again I can see 23 Riza is 69. 69 mein I can add 3 here, I can reach to 72. Apply the same logic here. If we are doing into 3, if I am doing into 3, I will reach to 6. 6 plus 1 is 7. So now you can observe the pattern. This is into 3, so this should be 72 into 3 plus 4 should be somewhere here, should be my answer lying. So 72 into 3 plus 4 you need to do. So 72 Riza, you will get 216 plus 4, that is 220. Your answer should be 220 here. I think this was 220. I wrote it by mistakenly as 270. Your answer here should be 220. यहाँ शायद 270 लिख दिया था. It should be 220 here. Fine. But you need to understand how to decipher the patterns यहाँ पर. So this is important, how to decipher the patterns. Take the term and see how will you jump to the next term. What operations you will apply to go to the next term. Fine. Let's see the next one. Now usually we used to deal with such questions in QBR, but it is also a sequence based question. We are dealing with this here. So we'll solve this. Many similar questions have been asked by UPSC. I think in 22, 23, 24, based on similar lines, the questions have been asked. Not just in UPSC, many state examinations have asked the question on same pattern as well. Now, यहाँ पर first thing that you need to understand is what is sum of n terms. Sum of n terms you might have read it as summation n or n plus 1 by 2. This is what is sum up to n terms. Yeah, sum of first n terms from 1 to n. This is equal to n into n plus 1 by 2. Now if I bifurcate this and see the pattern here, this is A, B, A, B, C, then you have A, B, C, D, then you have A, B, C, D, E, and so on it continues. Now if you want to observe the pattern, if I first thing count the number of terms here, it is again in summation n format, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. You will get different terms. Up they are asking asking us what is the second term यहाँ पर. Now see what happens after every n number of terms. So let's say what is happening after summation 1, summation 3, summation 4 number of terms. So if I see what is happening after summation 1 term के बाद, you will have again, like summation 1 is 1, summation 2 is 3, this is 6, this is 10, this is 15, and so on. So if you see what happens after this term, after summation 1 you will again have A starting. After summation 2 number of terms, summation 2 is 3, so after 3 term, 1, 2 and 3, after 3 terms it is again A. What happens after summation 3 number of terms? Summation 3 is 6, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, after 6 terms it is again A. After 10 terms, if you see, यहाँ तक 6 हो गया था, 6 plus 4 you have 10. After 10th term you will again get A. After 15th term, if you check, you will again get A. So what is happening is, after every summation n number of terms, after this your series again starts with A here. So what we need to do is find a summation n that is just less than 82. Find a summation n that is less than 82. So take a guess, let's say taking a guess at 10. I'm just doing it randomly. So if I'm taking a guess at 10, I will write it like 10 into 10 plus 1, 11 by 2. This you know is 55. So summation 11 will be, I will add 11 to this, you will get 66. Summation 12 will be, add 12 to it, you will get 78. Summation 13 will be, add 13 to it, you will get 91. We need to go only till 82nd term. 82nd term will be after this. I know what happens after this. After this your series again starts with A. So if this is 78th term, your 79th term will be A, 80th term will be B, 81st term is C, and 82nd term will come out to be D here. So your answer becomes D. You do not need to count all the terms, you just need to check what is the summation n that ends just before 82. If you get that, you can directly check from there itself. Fine. Let's see the last question of the day. Solve this. Not very difficult, you can click it. Yes, many people are getting the correct answer. Let's discuss it directly. Fairly easy question. Now see, whenever you get a series like this where you are seeing that the terms are not directly recognizable, what you can do is, first thing, it is a very long series. Try to separate it. It might be a series that is based on alternating patterns. So try separating the terms. 5, 7, 10, 14, 16, 21, 23, 28, 31, 35. Now you need to find these terms. अब नीचे से you might be able to see it directly. It is just a multiple of 7. Next multiple of 7 you will get to be 42. Even if you can see this, you can at least boil down to two options only. So this was a multiple of 7. What about this? यहाँ पर I can see it is not a multiple of 5 all along, although it might seem to be a multiple of 5. So clearly this is not a multiple of 5 series. But I can see this is plus 5. After this, this is plus 6. After this, this is plus 7. This is plus 8. The next term should be plus 9. 31 plus 9 should give you 40. Their answer should be 40 here. These such questions are fairly easy. So try not to mess up. अगर बहुत लंबी series is given to you, try to separate it in two different series and then दिमाग लगा लेना. You will end up getting the right answers. चलो. These are today's homework questions. Yesterday was day 8. Day 8 answers are, I think 13th question answer was A and 14th question answer was D. So these were the answers for yesterday's question. You can also solve these questions. I'm just getting out of the frame so that you can see the questions. You can pause the video here directly and you can you can solve such questions and then you can comment the answers in the comment section. Chalo, so we are done for today. Tomorrow we'll meet again with a different topic. Probably it will be clocks and calendars tomorrow. So see you there. Thank you everyone.